And I'm Jillian Murray. Our newscast today begins with President Obama promoting the American Job Act. With more on the story, here's reporter Sarah Conkle.
Jillian Murray here at Faith Street Mission on East 8th Avenue. The Mission is a 24-hour emergency shelter serving up to 225 men and 42 women. It is the only organization in Franklin County able to serve 3 meals a day every day of the year. Access to health care, employment, chemical dependency, counseling, mental and health assistance, and appropriate housing opportunities are provided.
Columbus investigators are right now looking for whoever is responsible for a Northside shooting that left one man dead. A fight broke out today on Maynard Avenue where a group of family members had held a gathering. Police say several gunshots rang out shortly after a fight among neighbors. Kaylee Beard was the man who was shot, and he died on the scene. With mornings growing chillier, it's getting harder and harder to crawl out of bed in the mornings.
Oh, you're telling me, Jillian. It's just harder to say goodbye to your summer clothes and have to put the winter coat on. And this morning, I almost thought I was going to have to scrape my windshield. How about you?
I'm not looking forward to that at all.
No.
Let's go to Jason for the weather. A popular high school principal in New Zealand resigned in protest over national testing standards. When students arrived at New Windsor School, they noticed that Louis Guy, principal there for 22 years, was no longer there. Parents called Guy's departure from the Auckland school a big loss, but the education minister questioned Guy's professionalism. Guy left a note to parents saying that he was sad to be leaving, but refused to work with the new testing standards. Last year, hundreds of principals rallied against the standards, with some flat-out boycotting the new testing. But since that time, according to the Education Ministry, 98% of the schools are complying. Columbus turns 200 years old today. We'll have details. Also, we'll have your most accurate weather forecast. Here's Robin with the preview. With sports news on the MLB playoffs and your Ohio State Buckeyes, Anthony Grant has the scoop. A popular local restaurant is in need of some expensive repairs after a hit-and-run accident this afternoon that had startled customers trying to eat breakfast. With more on the story, here's Shanice Francis. Thanks, Shanice. And the owner of Taste of Columbus hopes to be back open for business by tomorrow evening. Government lawyers agreed not to prosecute a former state highway patrol trooper on major drug charges in exchange for a guilty plea to fraud and witness tampering. Benjamin Richardson was scheduled for trial on the 27th in federal court, but instead pleaded guilty today to 7 counts of wire fraud, bankruptcy, mortgage fraud, and 1 count of witness tampering. The plea could land him in prison for decades. Richardson was arrested in September at his Powell home after an FBI investigation determined he was involved in mortgage fraud, conspiracy, and drug trafficking. Assistant U.S. Attorney Laura Denton said that Richardson and at least 3 others obtained more than $675,000 in fraudulent loans and at least $46,000 in cash kickbacks. Hey, that's it with today's newscast. I'm Jillian Murray.